who the Pistons should go after off the top of the brain. Some guys I like, and I do who they shouldn't go after. All right. So a couple guys, some guys I say they should go after. Just in a vacuum of guys that could be available or not. One of the top guys I've been saying for the longest, I like Malik Monk. Ability to control the ball, attack the rim, shoot the ball, good defender. Came out of Kentucky, took him a minute to get his feet wet. But, good shooter, scorer, tough, hard-nosed. I think he built to be a Piston. I think that's the guy that they should get. He can start next to K, but, you pretty much like him off the bench. A guy like Trey Murphy is another guy like, you lose nothing from Tobias Harris, but you gain a lot. You gain a better shooter. You gain a better scorer. You gain a better defender. You gain a high character guy right in there. I mean, it's a great transition. There's going to be some bumps and bruises coming in Detroit. I'm not concerned he didn't play winning basketball in New Orleans. I mean, he'll figure it out. It's a lot of guys that got championship-esque type pedigree, playoff experience type of pedigree within here. And then another guy I really like is Bojan Bogdanovic from the Clippers. Another guy that's just unconscious. He loves to shoot the ball, can handle the ball. Phenomenal scorer. I think a guy like that off the bench, a lot of experience, a lot of season. Another Sacramento guy. He out there with the Clippers now, but he was in Sacramento too. I think with Malik Monk, he can get a bucket. I like him a lot. Just a guy that can naturally get a bucket, bro. And off the bench, and you close games out with him. And he get hot, you might as well just everybody step out the way because he gonna get a bucket, right? Another guy that I like, continue to kind of go with the guard theme. I know a lot of people don't like this guy. I talk to guys in the barbershop and the gym. Zach LaVine. I know he ain't played winning basketball, but I think he can. I mean, he got a four-leaf clover charm, good luck charm, and coming to Detroit because every time he come to Little Caesars, he do the most. And I think him and K would be a good backcourt. You lose nothing in size. Defensively, remember KD made that comment, hey, he going to come here in Team USA, you going to have to defend. Same principle applying Detroit. Duncan Robinson came here. He came from a tough, hard-nosed Miami situation. You going to have to defend. And, other than that, he can just be himself. He can just get a bucket. He can handle the ball a little bit. With Dennis Schroeder, I mean, he can just come in and score. I mean, he can finish at the rack. And I think, it's about time. I think you put him in a position to be in the win and being on the contender. And I think he'll savor that moment. 1 year left, $49 million on the contract. If it don't work, it don't hurt. But I think it will work. And I could be wrong. I've been known to be wrong before. But I think his prime window is kind of closing right now. And I think I would love to see him on the Pistons, on the Pistons. And, really, it's high risk, low reward. You ain't going to give up much to get him. And I think putting him next to K, two bigger guards back there, K a little bit more thicker. You don't miss nothing with him offensively. You need somebody that can shoot, he can shoot it. You need somebody that can score it, he can score it. You need a bigger guard to handle the ball, he can handle the ball. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, I like that. To continue, what else do we got out there? I like Porzingis. But for the right price. I mean, they seem like Golden State gonna bring him back, but I just like him as that, let me put Porzingis / stretch 5 here. I just like to see them find a bigger guy that can stretch it out a little bit more. Either they keep Stu or they trade Stu. Just somebody that can stretch it out a little bit more from the three-point line. So, yeah, that's just pretty much what I'm saying. I like Porzingis, great rim defender. Just looking to get 15, 20 minutes a night out of him. In the playoff time come, just looking to probably get 20, 25 critical moments from him. Maybe he could play with Duran a little bit every now and again. He can stretch it out. Just not sitting here. He ain't the main event on the Thanksgiving plate. You feel what I'm saying? He ain't the main event under the Christmas tree, but he is good supporting cast. He like the AAA batteries to the toy that you really wanted. But yeah, just somebody to stretch 5. But with him in particular, he can defend that rim. Really, really good. So one of the better rim defenders. I throw Lauri Markkanen on the list. I understand it. The defense may be lacking a little bit, but the scoring ain't. Some injury history here. He's gonna miss some games. That's kind of the common theme if you research some of the guys we speak on. He gonna miss some games, but shooting. He got the bounce and I think he's a natural scorer. He gonna get you buckets. Even with that being said, I still think they need a guy in the backcourt with Cade that can score and shoot it a little bit. You know what I'm saying? So same thing with Trey Murphy. But yeah, his ability to dunk, his ability to shoot it and score. And I think, yeah, for him, it's time for him to be on the contender. I'm not sure the Cavs was really a contender like that when he was there. The Utah was a contender like that. I don't really think Chicago was a contender like that when he was there. So being able to put that spotlight on him in Detroit, I think, with a little bit more national televised games should be coming, that might be up his alley, And then Michael Porter Jr., I'm not really mad at it. Michael Porter Jr., bucket getter, can shoot it. Defenses was lacking compared to Trey Murphy. That's what made Trey Murphy and, Jackson Lindenberg maybe a more attractive candidate with potential on top of that. But Trey Murphy can get a bucket. Porter can get a bucket. You need that unconscious scorer. But, can he bite down defensively? And then some of his streaming might be a problem in the locker room. But I love him streaming, though, because real ninja right there. He be saying the shit that these other ninjas be scared to say. But, yeah, unconscious shooter, premier blue chipper, hurt his back, found a way to be effective. The Pistons could have got him, traded our pick away to the Clippers. Pacers know that also well, pun intended. So couldn't get a crack at him because he hurt his back the freshman year in Missouri. So, but yeah, phenomenal. I think he's a good character guy. I think he's a good guy, man. Good shooter. Good, score a little bit. Championship pedigree. Somewhere around that. And then, some other guys that, via trade. And I might do a part 2 to this. I might miss some guys. If I miss somebody you ain't heard, let me know in the comment section. You talk about a guy like Jeremy Grant. If you can't get, Lindenberg, or you can't get an upgrade from Tobias Harris, I know I was hard on him, but I think, Jeremy Grant, his ability to defend, his ability to score and shoot, I think now you need that scoring, but also you need him to be different, Jeremy Grant, defensively. And I think actually a good time for him to come back here. His ability to shoot that corner three defensively, a little bit more seasoned, still can score the ball. Don't have that much mileage on his body. I think they said before the season he hadn't played in April since forever, because they've been tanking in Portland. So, I've been saying it. I kind of don't mind it. And a guy like Aaron Gordon. If they get rid of a guy like Aaron Gordon out of Denver, I wouldn't mind it. A little bit older, they need fresher legs. That's what we fresher legs. We just need Aaron Gordon to defend in critical moments in the playoffs. Okay, shooter, veteran presence, good dude. I think it'd be a solid veteran for the Detroit Pistons. Real solid veteran. Now, I'm gonna do a part 2 to this. But let me say this: there were some fake rumors going about Max Strus. If he's available and I'm the Pistons, I'll get Max Strus. I became a fan. He defended Cade pretty well in that series. He shot the ball pretty well in that series. You can need a guy like that. Reality, if you had push to come to shove, he can play next to Cade. He can probably play some 4, so he wouldn't be a bad guy. But hey, this is my opinion. Thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. Check out the Detroit Pistons Talk playlist for more videos like this. Appreciate the love, support. Peace.